This is ABC's World News Now.
Hello to our fans online. I'm Rena Ninen.
And I'm TJ Holmes with a look at some of the top stories on this Wednesday, the 1st of October. We begin with the first confirmed diagnosed case of Ebola here in the United States. A man who arrived from West Africa less than 2 weeks ago has now been put into strict isolation at a hospital in Dallas. He didn't start showing symptoms until 4 days after he got off the plane. He went to the doctor, but was sent home, then wasn't admitted to the hospital until 4 days after that. The man was visiting family. Doctors now keeping an eye on everyone he's been in contact with. The director of the CDC says despite this scare, there's no danger of an Ebola outbreak in the U.S.
Colorado Supreme Court is considering a medical marijuana lawsuit being watched across the country. It involves a quadriplegic who was fired after failing a drug test. Brandon Coates uses medical marijuana to treat muscle spasms. He said he never got high at work, but his former employer, Dish Network, argues that marijuana remains illegal at the federal level and violates its drug-free policy.
And Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps is apologizing for his arrest on drunk driving charges. Police in Baltimore say the gold medalist was stopped for speeding and then failed a field sobriety test. He was arrested on similar charges 10 years ago. Phelps came out of retirement this year with an eye toward competing in the Rio Summer Games in 2016.
And if you were one of the people who thought caffeine in your underwear would make you thinner, think again. The Federal Trade Commission says you were had. Caffeinated underwear does not help you lose weight, and you can get your money back. Two companies that make the so-called shapewear have agreed to refund $1.5 million to consumers. Now that's the real skinny on the gimmick. Get more news anytime at abcnews.com. I'm Rena Ninen.
And I'm TJ Holmes. Thanks so much for watching.
This is ABC's World News Now, available anytime, anywhere you want it.
More Americans choose ABC News to see the whole picture.